Hi, so today I would like to discuss how I think the Egyptian pyramids and also other megalithic structures on Earth were built by alien technology thousands of years ago. From what I can tell, the Giza Plateau pyramids, they have rocks that weigh tons that were stacked one on top of each other to build the pyramid. And how do you carry those rocks? How do you mine them from the quarries? I mean, it would have taken a lot of manpower and labor to do that. Even today, it takes a lot of cranes and stuff and forklifts to pick up 50 tons of rock, let alone something that weighs more than 50 tons of rock, because the pyramid rocks, they weighed more than 50 tons. So how do you pick that up? Like, you can't. In the olden times, in the ancient times, archaeologists say they didn't have this advanced technology, that they would have had to use ropes and pulleys and stuff. But the thing is, what I think is going on is that there were extraterrestrials visiting us even in the ancient times, and they helped mankind to build the pyramids. That's what I think. With advanced technology like tractor beams that were based on sound acoustic technology, frequencies of sound, because sound can help to levitate stuff. If it's the right frequency of sound, it could actually be used to levitate stuff like rocks that weigh tons. And also the tractor beam can be used to stack those rocks one on top of each other to create any shape that's needed. In one case it was the Egyptian pyramids, in another case it could have been Stonehenge in England. So you just use the tractor beam to levitate the rock and then stack it one on top of each other, or stack it in any form that you want. It could be side by side, one on top of each other, whatever. And they probably also used special laser beam technology to carve out the rock in the quarries, or to fuse the rock together, because sometimes it looks like it was melted down and then fused together in some kind of a process that's not even possible to figure out today how it's done. I think they use laser beam technology to do that. And I think human-like ETs came and helped mankind to do this. They assisted mankind with the building of the pyramids and other megalithic structures on Earth that were built thousands of years ago. And I mean, it's hard to explain even today how it was done. The processes, and these tools can't be found. The tools of how these pyramids were built and how other megalithic structures were built on the planet. Nobody can find these tools in the archaeological record. And if you try to replicate doing that today with forklifts and other machinery, it's hard to replicate it. It takes a lot of manpower, even to this day, to do that, to do something like that. And to pick up something that's more than 50 tons, you need a lot of forklifts and cranes and stuff. So it's not easy to do. It's not easy to replicate that, to literally pick up hundreds of tons of rock all at once. It's like, it's not easy to explain. But scientists are starting to study acoustic sound frequency, how that works, to actually experiment with small handheld devices that can levitate little things, little objects. So they're starting to work with that in universities and labs. So it is possible to levitate small objects with acoustic sound frequencies in the proper modulation of the sound, so it can levitate stuff. So I imagine it was done on a bigger scale in the ancient times with the help of ETs. And some cultures called visiting ETs gods and goddesses, that the gods helped them build it. So in the ancient cultures, the stories went like that the gods came down to Earth and taught mankind how to do this. And then the gods left with their technology and the pyramids were finished, or other structures on the planet. So it's very interesting and it's very advanced and complicated. And to this day, we can't figure it out completely. So I think we're missing a portion of our civilization's records that ETs had visited us in the past. And they had advanced technology like tractor beams that worked based on acoustic sound frequency. And they could use those tractor beams to move stuff around and use laser beams to cut stuff out, to then put it back together, to meld it together, and create these huge structures that we see today in ruins. Like temples, the pyramids, Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, Pumapunku, places like that. In Pumapunku, there's like these H-shaped blocks cut out exactly and precisely and stacked together. Like, that would have required precision laser cutting technology, which ancient humans supposedly didn't have. But advanced ET civilizations probably do have that technology. So they helped out mankind. And I do have memories of past lives where I was a priest and an architect in Egypt, and I remember carrying this small tractor beam wand, pressing a button, and being able to move around heavy rocks that weigh tons and stack it as I needed to. And the priest was male. His name was Calypso. He was also an architect, so he had two jobs, priest and architect. And he helped design the Egyptian pyramids. Now, I remember this lifetime vividly in using this tractor beam scanner wand in my hands. And the wand wasn't huge, but they did have larger tractor beam technology that could even move ships around if needed. They could move around large structures, not just rocks, but other large structures. So I have those memories of that lifetime and of other ET lifetimes where there was advanced technology. So I think we're missing a lot of our human history on Earth. We're missing a lot that's been hidden from us and kept away in secret of what happened in the Earth record thousands of years ago and even millions of years ago. Because I think these all these megalithic structures and the Egyptian pyramids, I think they're older than what the archaeological record says that they are. There's also cities that haven't even been discovered that are somewhere out in Peru and beyond Peru. Like, there's stuff that hasn't even been discovered. Cities that were built by the ancient builder race that are deep in the jungles. They haven't been discovered yet. And there's stuff underwater, deep underwater, that hasn't been discovered as well, because we haven't mapped out all of the ocean floor yet. It's way too deep. So there's stuff there as well. So it's a lot of interesting things that, if you do your research, can start to make sense. That alien technology and alien advanced civilizations were involved and still are involved with humanity. And they were in our ancient past and still are here. The ETs did intervene on many cases, and they still do. But it's all behind the scenes, and it's all hidden from us. But eventually it will come out. So thank you and namaste.